how would you like to have a light check? How would you like to have JPSCo send you a check every month for the power that you're selling to the grid? That's what these people have. Every house here is a power station. Now, think through the consequences. This is in Germany. We have actually got a much more favourable solar regime than they have in Germany. If we change the building controls, we could ensure that every new house in this country was built along these lines, which would mean that we could actually start to close down our power stations. We could actually retire the old oil-burning power stations. Would be less dependent on imported oil, because our houses would now be the power stations. We just have to change out the meters so the meter can run either way. And the grid has to be reconfigured so that it can actually balance between supply and demand. But the company that owns JPSCo out of South Korea, they actually run the world's most advanced system. They run the world's most advanced smart grid system. So that company already knows how to do it. We've never asked them to do it in Jamaica. But they have the technical capability to do it. If we change the building parameters, we can ensure that our buildings become our power stations. Now, we have, I think most people don't understand this. we have an energy problem in this country. We depend for our energy, 93% of our energy is from imported oil. Back in just over 12 years ago, oil was trading at less than $10 a barrel. And then it went up to $147 a barrel over 9 years. So the cost of our single most important import went up 14, 15-fold. That has enormous economic impact on Jamaica, because the utilities in this country operate at what's called a pass-through system. If their costs go up, they pass that straight on to us. We pay for all of that increase in the cost of energy. But the solution to our energy problems was never with energy policy. The solution is with planning and building control. If we can fix this, we can actually become less dependent on imported oil by changing the kind of buildings that we put up.
Sir,
Yes.
how resistant are, say, the solar panels to, say, hurricanes?
They can be made hurricane resistant. There's several ways you can do it. One is that one system that's used is to have automated systems that actually lower the panels when a hurricane is coming in and put them flat to the roof surface. Another system is in fact that you move away, and this is the way the technology is going. We move away from silicon, heavy silicon-based panels, to thin film polymer photovoltaic. And these can actually be bonded onto the roof surface. The next generation of solar panels is actually going to come in the form of paint. Photovoltaic paint, which you'll be able to apply to the external surface of a building. And it will then, this is the wonderful thing about this, is that it can be retrofit, because you can paint an existing building. And if you like, maybe when I come back on Wednesday, I'll show you some slides of this particular technology. Because you can then be running your power on the inside of the building from the outside of the building, which is a very elegant solution. But let me just show you this very quickly. I believe we have to finish at 7:30, is that?
Yes.
Okay. All right, this is the municipality of Kalundborg in Denmark. And what you see here, every one of these arrows represents something that was previously a waste. Waste heat, waste steam, waste biomass, waste gas, gypsum, fly ash, and acid from flue gas. Every one of these previous waste streams is now being sold. It's being sold to another business on the same site, who are using it to convert into useful products. So, for example, ash from the power station is now being used as part of the matrix for cement. Acid from the scrubbers in the flue gas in the oil refinery is now being sold on as sulfuric acid. Biological sludge from the pharmaceutical company is going out as soil conditioner onto about 2,500 farms, and so on. So, what you have here is a system whereby linking businesses together allows you to convert things which were previously wastes into useful products. Let me give an example, and it's one which is done in the US, much closer to home. What can you do with a used car tire? after you've retreaded it several times and you can't retread it anymore. What can you do with it?
Make dye.
Give me an economically valuable use for a used car tire. Make car parts, okay? Yeah. Well, something that's actually done now in Florida is you take the used car tire, you shred it, you extract the steel, about 10% of the weight is steel cable. That can